If you are a job seeker, here's a fact that you can't ignore. The job market's changing fast. The skills that got you hired yesterday might not cut it tomorrow. If you're not learning, upskilling the right skills, you've fallen behind and you will find yourself outdated and outpaced. But if you know exactly what skills employers are searching for in 2025, you can position yourself for high paying, recession proof, layoff proof, fire proof, terminated proof. So today, I'm breaking down the most in demand skills that every employer wants, that every Scrum Master should have, according to Forbes, and my experience coaching thousands of Scrum professionals across the world. And listen, these aren't just nice to haves. These are the career game changers that will make the difference between you being stuck and you being in demand. Stick around because at the end, I'm going to reveal the one skill that no one is talking about that if you master it, it can make you absolutely unstoppable. Welcome to Scrum Academy. I'm Scott Adams, your Scrum and Money Advancement Coach, and today we're tackling a very, very big question. You see all the layoffs going on. You see all the people are losing their jobs. You see the terminations. You see all of that. But okay, let's talk about what skills will make you an indispensable Scrum Master and indispensable job seeker in 2025. I'm going to be reading through a powerful article from Forbes that highlights the top skills employers are looking for this year. But here's the thing, just knowing the skills isn't enough. You need to understand why do they matter, how to develop them, how to showcase them on your resume, and also during the interview. Are you comfortable with doing that? Because right now, this day and time, you ain't got time to be taking chances on getting opportunities because opportunities are limited, but they are also plentiful at the same time. Imagine that. Limited, but plentiful. Yes, it's a ton of jobs out there. And we're going to talk about and highlight that today. The question is, do you have the skill set to secure the jobs? Because they definitely have a huge, huge need, as we will identify in this article from Forbes. So let's dive into it. Top 8 skills to put on your resume in 2025 from an expert. This is by Rachel Wells on January the 10th, 2025. It reads, by now you probably heard of the phrase, skills are the currency of the future. Ooh, that's so good. She already starting out firing. But what exactly does that mean for you and your career outlook for 2025? How do you know which skills employers value the most? Well, Zeti, the company behind their online resume builder, recently analyzed more than 10 million resumes. Is that a good sample size? Oh, that's a very good sample size if you're dealing with statistical analysis. In the US, in the period from September 2023 to September 2024, to ascertain the needs of the evolving job market. In total, there was 10,000 skills. Ooh, that's a lot of skills. I didn't realize there was that many. Did you? Were included in their resumes. Interestingly, for the first time, no hard skills appeared among the top 10 most listed skills. Instead, soft skills like teamwork, problem solving, and adaptability are dominating. Wow, that sounds like me as a Scrum Master. That sound like you as a Scrum Master too? Exactly. Which shows that job seekers are moving in the right direction as far as highlighting the most in demand skills is concerned. But, check this out, but what is critical to note now is that there is the continued problem of the skills gap, which is when employers in certain industries need specific skill sets and the majority of the talent available does not possess these skills. Wow, that is a huge opportunity. This is an ongoing problem, and the following sectors appear to be the most severely impacted. Now, let me answer the question for you. According to the Zeta report, where are the jobs? Well, it tells you very clearly these are the sectors where you can find plenty of opportunity. Number one, healthcare and life sciences at 77%. Okay. So, Scott, what are you saying? Well, they only have 77% of the skill set that they need. 33% is still on the table, still waiting for somebody to upskill and go get your job. All right, let's go to consumer goods and services. 76%. Information technology, 76%. Transport, logistics, automotive, 76%. Industrials and materials, 75%. Communication services, 73%. Financial and real estate, 72%. Well, Scott, didn't you just get laid off from a major bank just about 2 weeks ago? That is correct. And I also told you that they wanted me to come right back before I even was let go. Interesting. Are you beginning to see the dynamics now? Hopefully you are. Energy and utilities. Now, I have a few friends here in Charlotte, North Carolina that work at Duke Energy. So it's okay. Let me go on their website and see what kind of jobs they got. Boom, they got jobs. Imagine that. And I hear people telling me all the time, there are no jobs out there. I'm like, where are you looking? Where are you getting your information from? Really? Hmm. Fascinating, right? Let's go deeper. So check this out. Now that you know where the jobs are, so now that you know what industries are looking for people, a lot of people, a lot of missing skill sets. So it only makes sense for you as a professional to seek to understand where the skill gap lies and fill that need, particularly in your desired role in your industry, so that you can be prepared to address the major recruiting challenge through upskilling and not be overlooked for career and income building opportunities. Woo! Yeah, let me go back to this again because I got my glasses on and I'm seeing very, very, very clearly. Are you seeing very, 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 very clearly what's going on here? Kind of reminds me of a recession. During a recession, there's never a decrease of money. There's just an exchange for money leaving one place and going to another place. So, whatever your skill set is now, and as we go through this article, identify what skill sets do you have and do a gap analysis and figure out the skill sets that you need to have based upon this article and based upon what the industry is looking for. And then guess what? Go out and get it. Fairly simple, fairly straightforward, right? Exactly. 8 skills to put on your resume in 2025. I will elaborate more on that in a moment. The skills Zeti identified that employers need but struggle to find were divided in their report into 3 categories: digital and technical skills for the first 3, cognitive skills for the next 3, and interpersonal skills for the remaining 2. Hmm. These are mostly soft skills. Are y'all seeing this? Very nice. Now, what are the skills that you need to put on your resume? And not only that, that you need to know and understand how to execute and implement these particular skills. So let's look at number 1 skill set that is in super duper high demand as of this recording. Number 1, data analysis and project management. Okay. Project management still around. Project management not going anywhere. In fact, I would even add agile project management in there. Okay, let's go to number 2, AI and machine learning. If you're not using AI this day and time, I'm like, what are you doing? Like, why not? What's holding you back from using AI to help you be better at your craft, whatever that may be? Now, check this out. This is the first time I was actually in an interview last Friday where the interviewer asked me, how are you leveraging AI? Now, luckily, I had prepared an answer before the interview because I researched the company and I saw that they one of the most innovative companies as far as AI is concerned and has received a lot of awards for that. But I didn't expect that in the interview, but I knew that information and I was prepared in case if that question came up. And lo and behold, it did. First question I ever had like that. So, how are you using AI? Maybe not machine learning, but the person did ask a specific question. Hey, are you using some of the AI tools out there? And if so, how are you using it? So I came up with the use case of how I use it as a Scrum Master. She was like, yes. Are you talking like that? Are you prepared like that in your interviews? If not, why not? You slipping. Come on now. Really? Number 3, software engineering and IT infrastructure. Okay. That might be a bit technical for you, but that's okay. If you're a Scrum Master, again, not all jobs require you to be that technical person like programming and computer science and things of that nature. Okay. That's just one out of 8 skill sets that you need. Okay. Hopefully, at the end of this list, you're going to walk away saying, hey, I have most of these. Yeah, the ultimate lifelong goal would be to have all of these skills, but hey, assess where you are today. And if you only have 2 of these 8 skills, you got a little work to do. If you got 6 of the 8, hey, apply, apply, apply. I'm sure somebody gonna pick you up in a matter of a week or 2, and you good to go, just like me. Very nice. Number 4, critical and strategic thinker. Oh, I can't say enough about that. In fact, I'm probably going to do another video on that. Just talk about Scrum Master as a strategic thinker. Long gone are the days of a Scrum Master just being a facilitator. In fact, the Scrum Guide says we just have to ensure that the events happen. We don't have to facilitate any events to be as a matter of fact about it. But you know your Scrum Guide, so ain't no need me preaching to the choir, right? Exactly. Now, let's go to problem solving. I mentioned in previous videos that in your interview, you need to identify that you are the solution to their problem. Problem solving, right? Exactly. You identify that they have a problem. You have done your due diligence. And when you are on the stage, the interview stage, that is, you are articulating very, very well as to what their problem is and how you can solve it, or and how you have solved it in the past to identify that you have skills in this particular category. Very nice. 6, adaptability and agility. Wow, Agile is dead. Scrum is dead. Oh, okay, cool. You keep thinking that. You keep listening to those people. Meanwhile, I done had 2 interviews this week. But remember, hey, I was on vacation for a while, so I just got back, well, just last week. So from Friday to Thursday, I've had 4 interviews and I haven't applied for anything. Imagine that. Isn't that cool? Yes. Scott, is that why you looking pretty good today? Yeah. I just got done with an interview. And hey, I just wanted to get this information to you as fast as I possibly can. 'Cause when I take this off, I'm in chill mode for the rest of the day. And getting on this camera or this video won't be part of that chill mode experience, right? Exactly. Collaboration and teamwork. Wow. Isn't that what a Scrum Master does? Yeah. Agile and Scrum is about collaboration and teamwork. Wow. Scrum is dead. Yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah. You keep thinking that. You keep on listening to that talk. You keep on not upskilling. You keep on listening to that noise. And you know what? While you listen to all that noise, you can be somewhere upskilling your skills, filling the gaps in terms of what the world and what companies are looking for versus what you do not have. Drown out the noise, stay laser focused. 8, communication skills. Can't say enough about communication skills. If you've been in any of my classes, you know I'm going to tell you that if you're not part of Toastmasters, why are you not part of Toastmasters? Because that is a place where you can go practice your communication in order to become a better leader. The better you are at articulating from what's in your brain through your mouth in a way that somebody can understand what you're trying to articulate, the better you can do that, the more influence and impact that you will have. So, what should you do with this information? Now that you know what skills employers need the most, you can do what you already know you need to do, which is what? Undertake short online courses and professional certifications to help you brush up on these skills. Scrum Academy is a great resource for you. We offer most of scrum.org classes, be it professional Scrum Master, be it the product owner, or be it developer classes. Those are industry wide certifications. And also, we've created specific classes. For example, now that you got your PSM1 class, there's an advanced Scrum Master class out there. But I find from my students and over the years and all the thousands of students I've trained, they still have a gap in terms of understanding the Scrum Guide and the Agile Manifesto and knowing how to execute it. Okay, so creating classes to help bridge that gap. And the MasterClass is a great resource for you in order to do that. Seek the guidance of a career coach to hold you accountable and keep you on track so that you can develop the above skills. Now, I have a lot of people reach out to me for personal coaching, which I'm getting away from and only doing group coaching. That's another reason why I've created the masterclass is so many people want my time. I can just go to one location and serve a lot of people at the same time, just so that I can get you what you need quick, fast, and in a hurry. and including videos like this that I do take the time to make sure that I can give you what I think you need at this particular moment that you may not even be thinking about. Okay. I know you may have been laid off. I know you might have been terminated or fired just like I have. Okay, we ain't got time to have no pity party. The world is ending, blah, blah, blah. This is your first time. Oh, I can relate. I got first-hand experience. First time, oh my God. But you gotta stay out of that depression, keep from getting distracted, listen to positive stuff, leave the negative stuff alone. Watch your social media intake, watch your mental diet. Okay, you got a lot of negative stuff going in, negative stuff gonna come out. You got a lot of positive stuff coming in, positive stuff gonna come out, notwithstanding, right? If you full-time direct hire, ask your line manager for support and find out what internal resources are available in your current workplace learning and development department. Now, I've said this before, but maybe you have forgotten if you've been following up on my videos. I probably said this like a year, 2 years ago. If you are full-time direct hire, you have more money giving to you from the organization to get a certification. Typically, they have an unlimited budget for that in terms of an individual concern. Now, for you to understand what I just said, let me give you a comparison. Now, let's say you want to go back to school, or college or university is what I'm talking about. You want to go back to school, and most organizations are going to probably have like a five to $10,000 limit per year that you can do in terms of going back to school. Well, you and I know five to $10,000 ain't going to do nothing for you trying to get your degree and take some significant classes so that you can get your degree in a fast time, right? Exactly. So I found it early in my career when I was full-time direct hire that companies have tons of money for certification, whatever that may be. What are you interested in? Go talk to your boss. Say, look, I'm thinking about this certification. Do we have some monies for me to take this? What do you think? I will, if I'm full-time direct hire, you probably right now in the midst of having your evaluation, or you just had your evaluation. So, okay, now you have a reason to go back to your boss and ask for money. Hey, boss, you want me to work on this? You want me to work on better communication skills? You want me to work on being a better negotiator? You want me to work on this, whatever that may be. So go research some class of certification so you can get that skill set. And I can't imagine why your boss would not want to pay for that. So if they just gave you that feedback, right? Exactly. So that is one benefit. Now, sometimes as a contractor, it's not many recruiters I've been with that offer you resources like Udemy, Coursera, or something like that. Uh, I've only been offered that maybe one or two of the recruiters I've ever been with, not the ones I'm currently with now. But if you're with a full-time direct hire organization, typically they have Udemy courses. Typically they give you like a business account, which means you can go in and access anything that you want. Why not take advantage of that stuff? For full-time direct hire employees, number one, they pay the low amount of money. If I'm full-time direct hire, the trade-off for me is I'm going to think of this as an internship, and I'm going to be in Udemy or whatever platform they have and learning as much as I possibly can learn as if I'm a person working on my graduate degree, my doctorate degree, or whatever. I want to get whatever I can get as much as I can stand, as much as I can handle. But we'll be off balance for a while because you need to stay on top of your skill set. You need to make sure you're growing at a faster rate and making sure you're not becoming Scrum dumb. Some environments, another reason why I tell people to read the Scrum guide each and every day is that, okay, you might be a superstar at your company, and you knew in the beginning that they were Scrum dumb, but you wasn't able to help them get to a better place of Scrum and Agile. And now you have gotten lost in the sauce. You've allowed yourself to become Scrum dumb. Okay. Well, that will be another reason why you might want to take some classes and keep sharp on your skill set so that you won't be Scrum dumb, make yourself obsolete, and you just outdated on the material as things are changing. Okay. So something else for you to think about there. Sometimes it's actually just as simple as taking the time to highlight within the body of your resume that you already possess those skills, but you didn't call them out. You didn't highlight them. We oftentimes take ourselves for granted and end up underselling, underselling our abilities, leading to us missing out on opportunities to grow or land our dream jobs. But through identifying the skills that are lacking in the workforce, understanding what employees are looking for today, and highlighting instances where you have demonstrated those skills, probably going to be more likely in the interview, more so than your resume, you will be better positioned to stand out above the job market competition. Here's another thing I want to identify for you. We want to make sure your resume is good and tight and it goes past the bots to make it to the interviewer. We've gone through this article and talked about the 8 skills you need to put on your resume. But here's my challenge for you. Don't just put them on your resume if you don't have them. Because here's the deal. You might be setting yourself up for failure. And what do I mean by that? Interviewers are very, very smart and they changing the game. They know people doing all kinds of things to get before them to get the job. Okay. So for example, I like to think of it like this. Whatever you have on your resume, be in a position to tell a story or to be able to defend what's on your resume from a standpoint that you can explain that story, talk about that story as if they was actually right there with you. If you can't do that, then I probably wouldn't put that skill set on my resume. Now, my last 2 interviews over the last couple of days, again, I just finished one, same thing. It's been different. I've never had interviews really go that deep into my resume. But hey, again, anything on my resume, I'm more than happy to tell you about it. I ain't got no problem. I got a story. Again, I'm going to tell you in such a way that it's actually like you right here on my side, right there watching. You're seeing it, you're smelling it, you're feeling it. That's the kind of story I'm going to tell about my experiences. And that validates to them that I actually done that skill set. Because I'd like to think of when I'm in an interview, it's like the interviewers are the jury in the court of law, right? They are the jury. So I have to prove to them that I have this skill set in order for me to get the job, correct? Okay. So whatever story I choose, whatever story I tell, I'm always thinking, how can I prove to the jury, the interviewer, that I actually have this skill set, have done it, and can execute it again, again, and again. It doesn't matter what environment. Can you do that? When I gave you the drive framework, the most important piece is execution. Okay, you may have the skill set. How is your execution? More to come on that in the masterclass. So there you have it. The top Scrum Master skills that would define 2025. If you master these 8 skills I just showed you in that Forbes article, you won't just survive the job market shift, you will thrive in it. Let's recap some of those 8s and expand on a little bit. Data analysis and agile metrics that will help you measure what matters. AI and tech adaptability that will help you stay ahead of the curve. Emotional intelligence and communication that will help you lead with empathy. Adaptability and problem solving. Wow, that will help you be the rock in uncertain times. Very nice. Technical proficiency. That will help you speak the language of your team. Again, if you're in IT, software development, do you have to know how to write code? No, but it is essential for you to at least know the software development lifecycle, or SDLC, so that you have a clear understanding. And as you're doing your job as a Scrum Master or delivery manager or whatever they call it this day and time, then yes, as you get more proficient and get the team where they need to be in regards of Agile and Scrum, there will be time for you to begin to learn that language. It's kind of like this. If you're around people from other nationalities, you begin to pick up their ways of talking and use some of their words. And it's an exchange. They use some of your words, right? Exactly. It's an exchange. So over time, you will begin to learn the language coming into the organization. But check this out. Just knowing these skills isn't enough. You must position yourself as the best Scrum Master employees can't afford to ignore. I'm talking about the person, not a person. No, 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 no. There's a lot of a persons out there, but no, you want to make sure you are the person. It's a huge difference. And that's exactly what I teach inside of the Serious Scrum Masterclass, how to master these skills. I remember in my 20s, I always was in pursuit of personal development. At the age of 22, I went to go see a business philosopher named Jim Rohn at a speaking engagement. It's a weekend event that was in Fayetteville, North Carolina. Every day that I was there, I took tons of pages of notes and things I wrote down. It was all good, but one thing stuck out in my mind. He said, you must work harder on yourself than you do on your job. Now, I knew that in my 20s, but I didn't understand that until my 30s when I got laid off for the very first time in my life. And as you know, it was a disaster. Now that I've had that disaster moment experience, I now understand and never take it for granted that my skills that I had yesterday are going to be relevant today and also for tomorrow. So please don't make that mistake. I see so many people all the time, full timers, they just so comfortable in their job. And here's the sad reality of it. For the most part, they probably couldn't go to, let's say, a startup company and with their current skill set in most cases. Why? Because you allowed your skill set to fall by the wayside because you're in your comfort zone. Remember, our mantra as a Scrum Master is you have to be comfortable being uncomfortable. So whether you're working as a Scrum Master or not, the philosophies and the principles of Scrum and Agile applied to your life still makes you a better person. That's why I love this framework. Whether I ever practice as a Scrum Master or not, I still would use the principles each and every day. And I do use it in my personal life. You must position yourself as the best Scrum Master that employers cannot ignore. That's where people fail. See, you walk into the interview, you have an aura about yourself as you are a Scrum Master. Yeah, I am a Scrum Master, but when it's showtime, I am the Scrum Master. Showtime, money time. Yeah, when it's money time, oh, I am the answer to whatever problem you got. And I'm going to articulate that in a way that they understand. You don't just need skills, you need a strategy to apply them, market yourself, and get hired fast. And that's exactly what I teach inside the Serial Scrum MasterClass. You remember that one thing I said at the beginning of the call that to me is the most important thing that you need, but nobody's talking about. What is that? Hmm. Your ability to sell your skills. Your ability to sell your skills. Your ability to sell your skills. If you can't communicate your value in a way that resonates with the employers, all the certifications, all the experience, all the degrees in the world that you have won't matter because you can't communicate that in a way that people will be motivated to move. There's a debate going on right now that the Democratic Party wasn't really that great at identifying all the things that they had did in their administration. As a result, the other party evidently did a better job of communicating, and thus we see the outcome. Who's the better communicator? Now, with that thought in mind, here's the truth. The Scrum Masters that get hired and paid big money aren't always the ones with the most knowledge. I'm gonna tell you right now, there's plenty of the Scrum Masters and professional Scrum trainers out there that are way smarter than me. I feel like my edge is I do a better job of communicating my value. Hmm, how about that? Tons of people way smarter than me, and I recognize that. We are the ones who position ourselves as the solution, even though we may not be the smartest. Imagine that. Inside the masterclass, I break it all down, including how to showcase your skills in a way that makes everyone say, we need this person on our team. How to confidently articulate your value in interviews and networking conversations. How to leverage your Scrum expertise for high paying roles and multiple income streams. Act fast. These exclusive seats won't last long at this super duper low investment. Learn how to turn Scrum into a seven-figure career path. Gain real-world, high-demand skills. Get insider strategies that Scrum Masters are using right now to future-proof layoff proof, fire proof, terminate proof their careers. Click in the description below and register right now. Also, I want you to drop a comment on this video. What is the number one skill you think Scrum Masters need in 2025? Or what skill are you working on right now? Let's talk about it. And before you go, make sure you like this video, subscribe for more career changing agile insights, and hit that doggone notification bell so that you don't miss what's coming next. And as always, be agile, do Scrum, and be super duper legendary in all of your endeavors. I see you in the next video.